Another tip that I have, and it's like the simplest tip ever, but probably the most effective to make your drops hit harder, sound better. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's it's almost like 8, so I didn't record anything up until now. Just came here to the studio. As you know, I reset my entire computer. I was all done yesterday, very late at night. Came here early in the morning and was so happy that I could finally work again. And I have to say, everything is running smoother. I have more space on my hard drive. I'd say Logic feels like 5 to 10% faster. The computer still gets warm and the fans go up. Logic is running with like full speed without any CPU throttling. And with Final Cut, the program that I use to edit these videos, it's like 80% better. It's insane. This will save me at least half an hour every day. So it was definitely worth it. Annoying, but worth it. And I didn't eat, I didn't drink the entire day. I think you probably, as a producer, yeah, probably also with gaming or anything else in life that you really enjoy making, you just totally lose track of time. I was like always, just 5 more minutes here on the song, then I will start the vlog, and yeah, now it's actually time to head back home and leave the studio. So I kind of have a problem to create content for this vlog, but as you know, I love making music, I love producing. I could just now start talking and never end and tell you something new every second. That's actually how deep I've been digging into Logic and making music for the past 10 years. But as you know, I also have like segments, the track submits and also the Q&As. Today I also forgot like the Q&A thing to ask you on Snapchat or Instagram to ask me anything. And since I'm anyways getting death threats by some of you guys for not giving you feedback for your songs that you sent me, let me wrap up everything here in the studio, head back home, have dinner, and then do a late night track submit edition. Okay guys, let's get it started. Got my headphones, got my laptop. I selected 3 tracks for today. I just love these headphones. The first track is by Meech Made Music and it's called Dreams. So first of all, for producing less than a year, that's already pretty good. I think the drums are the strongest by far. They really sound cool, nice. I like the groove, the live sound of them. The bass line is also cool, maybe a little bit too loud. I think lowering by 3 to 4 dB might actually help the track to have like just way more space to mix all of the other elements. The sax is cool, but it's used at too many spots in the track. So if you listen to the entire thing, it starts to get a little bit boring and annoying. So maybe try changing it up with also other instruments or let the sax play something else. I'm assuming you use the sample, so there's not a lot of room to change it. But maybe you can find another sample that is a little bit more interesting. I really like the vibe of the track. It has like a very chilled atmosphere, but I think there's still room for improvement. I can't really see or hear like a main topic. I mean, yes, the sax, but it's repeating too much to be like the main thing. My biggest concern with this song is that all of the elements are pushed really into the background. There's like a huge gap in the middle section of the frequencies. So either it's made on purpose to put vocals there, or you need another element that is like taking over the role of vocals at the frequency spot of the vocals. So maybe raising the sax a little or having another instrument playing this kind of part. The next song is called Trees by Odenfall. He is producing for already 2 years and he has the feeling that the drops are a little bit off. So let's listen to it and give him feedback. first of all, cool track. I really like the vocals in the background. They give it a really cool, emotional, uplifting vibe. I'm missing in this entire track a clap or a snare, something that goes on 2 and 4. It's like always just a kick. But the drops are actually fine. I think they work as they are. They have like this little gap in between and they have a low impact sound. It kind of works. It could be more interesting if you add like rising effects, white noise maybe, or some out of sample packs. Maybe a drum roll. That's something I really like to do to emphasize, hey, the drop is coming. And then you can add a crash, of course, on the 1 to emphasize even more that now there is a new part that's like the drop. Hey guys, please everybody dance. And if that's not helping, just sample what I said and put it in front of your break and people will start dancing. Another tip that I have, and it's like the simplest tip ever, but probably the most effective to make your drops hit harder, sound better, is just lowering your breaks by maybe 1 or 2 dB. I always have on my master fader and automation, and I lower the breaks by a couple of dBs because due to compression or due to how you mix your song, sometimes the breaks are actually louder than the drops, and you definitely don't want that to happen. So just lower them a tiny bit and you're fine. The kick is really good. The pad is really cool. I'm missing the main melody in the break. You got the piano going on, but there's like a higher melody missing kind of in the drop part. I would really love to hear one there. There is still plenty of room in the mix and the frequencies to add one. And I think it would just finish off this track. So a main melody in the drop, maybe a higher one, maybe a little bit tropical house kind of sounding, or a plucked high synth, or maybe an arpeggiator that plays something that is catchy. And please add the clap or snare. I don't know, it's not necessary, but it's kind of missing. If the entire track is just kick, you're always waiting for the snare or clap to hit. So those 2 things mainly, and maybe trying to make the rising part of the break and the drop a little bit more interesting. Just add a couple of things. It's so easy to create your own effects. Just go into your favorite synthesizer. They usually have presets with effects that a lot of people don't really use. Most people stick to sample packs for effects, but the ones out of the synthesizer, you can tweak them a lot more and make them way more unique. I hate it when I listen to other people's tracks and I hear the same effects that I heard on 20 other records. And just hold down a note, see what the effect preset does, and then maybe like the cutoff, open it, close it, and just try to make it fit to your song. And I think you will have an easy time making something unique that really emphasizes your drops. That was the next song, Run by Mayank Kesavani. Today it's really hard with the names. Big room EDM song that I think works, especially the drum part is really exciting. He basically did everything that I explained on the track before. Just one big concern is that the end of the build-up phase of the break is actually louder than the drop, so definitely lower your break by a couple of dBs. You don't want that to happen. If the people are like really energetic on the dance floor and it's going up, 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 and then the drop hits and it's just quieter than the part before, it will be really awkward for the people. Mixing wise on this track, there's way too much stuff happening in the low end for no reason. It's just like really rumble, a way too low bass. I might just choose another bass. And the main synthesizer sounds aren't the clearest one. They sound very washed, so I might try I actually don't know what it is. I don't know, I can't really tell. I think there's a little bit too much going on. The mixing isn't really clear. Can't really put the nail on what it is, but maybe just try out different sounds for this main synthy part in the drop. I don't know, it's like too much a pad and less a lead sound, if you know what I mean. I would go with something that has a little bit more attack and just can kind of compete with the other elements and like be the one outstanding thing that makes this song. I think that's already it with the vlog for today. I hope you enjoyed today's track submit edition. If you're interested to send me your tracks, the link is down below in the description. Also, a lot of people always ask me which are my favorite headphones. These are definitely my favorite ones. They're just really cool. If you're interested to check them out, I will also put the link in the description. Don't forget to be creative, work on your music, and if you need feedback, just send it over. Sign out.
We drink